Welcome back to my channel. There has been news on possible signs of life in Venus. Now, if you want to know more about what those signs are, who discovered it, and what are the next steps and what I think about it, please watch the full video. So let's start with my point of view. Now, before we start with the context of the video, can I ask the new viewers to click on the subscribe button below. Now, today, I will be talking about an amazing and interesting discovery about our second planet, Venus. Scientists did a wonderful job by finding possible signs of life on Venus. Yes, you heard it right. I know it's something weird, but it is happening on Venus. Now you will say, why are we surprised? Let me tell you a little bit of context and a story behind it. Now, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. It is even hotter than Mercury, despite being further away from the sun. If you look at the sky during nighttime, it is the second brightest natural object in the night sky, after obviously the moon. Also, it has 90 times the atmospheric pressure of Earth, and that's why no wonder the life is not possible. Up till now, most of the scientists were against this idea. Now, in recent studies, it has been concluded that Venus may have had surface water and a habitable condition for around 3 billion years ago, and may have been in this condition until 3 million years ago. Now, if this is correct, then this gives an ample amount of time for any life to evolve. Now, in today's video, the discovery that we are going to talk about is a discovery of a rare gas called phosphine, which is found in the clouds of Venus. Now, it has not happened on the ground as yet. It's not discovered there, but it's discovered up in the clouds, which is 50 kilometers above the surface in the atmosphere. Now, the finding is curious because on planet Earth, this gas is associated with living creatures, either as a byproduct of some metabolic processes or due to the human technology we manufacture it. And it may be a consequence of the industrial processes. This information about the discovery was cited in The Atlantic. Now, it claimed that Jane Greaves, an astronomer of Cardiff University, was the first who discovered this gas on Venus through a telescope which is based in Hawaii. Now, if you talk about the observation, there were other telescopes who were doing the same thing. So there was another telescope in Chile. They found the same during their observation. So Jane Greaves came in touch with Dr. Susa Silvia Clara at MIT. And why? Because Dr. Silva has spent most of her career studying phosphine. Now, Dr. Silva was surprised when Greaves said about her discovery of finding phosphine gas in Venus. She believed that there could be no other obvious explanation than anaerobic life. You will say, what is anaerobic life? Anaerobic life is the situation where the life prospers in a place where there's a scarcity of oxygen. They continue to do more observations. They want to dwell down more into, based on the paper which have been published, and they can ascertain more. See, Venus is roughly the same mass as that of Earth, and many scientists think that it was once covered in water and possessed an atmosphere where life could have flourished. So in the past, from Soviet Union side, which is now Russia, they have sent spacecrafts over there. And there were a lot of space programs where they had sent the robotic missions to find more information and gather more information about Venus. Venus cloud layer is just 31 miles below the top of its atmosphere. The temperature becomes as low as 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which is similar to ground level pressure on Earth. So that's one of the plus points. So basis this, many planetary scientists way back then Carl Sagan, and there are a few others. They proposed the idea 53 years ago that life may exist there. It may not be as complex as we have on Earth, but it would be quite complex there. Maybe some of the initial things that they may find, some kind of life is what they were looking for. Now, researchers say this is not enough. There is not enough energy to produce phosphine, the way we have it on Earth. So it has become a discussion of for and against, but nevertheless, it has actually drawn the attention of many people, many scholars, and of space agencies like that of NASA, ESA, and others. Now with this, we come to my point of view. I think discovery of phosphine gas as a sign of life in Venus is really, really important. It is important because it gives humanity a view of how life evolves. And it can give us a different perspective of how it is evolving in Venus. And it may help us in future when we try to colonize Venus and make use of the technology. These are some pieces of information which can be of vital importance. Now, one more thought that I have is there are different countries in the world who are actually concentrating on their space programs, whether that's USA, China, India, France, Russia, and many others. They are actually talking about colonizing other planets. Some are focusing on Mars, some are just viewing Moon, and now there are talks of Venus. And in the past, Russia was focused on Venus. Now, instead of spreading our effort and wasting some of it, I would rather propose that as a humanity, we leave our differences aside and start focusing all our effort and our resources into the most favorable planet. And that most favorable planet should be based on the empirical data. It should not be biased that one says, no, Mars is good, and the other says, no, Venus is better, and the other countries say, no, Moon is the one that we should actually first reach out to. So with this thought in mind, I'll leave you. Stay safe till we meet next time.